Hello everyone, welcome to Gosport Railworks. My name is James and today we're doing another locomotive review. This time we're looking at the Union Mills LNER D16 class, which is a very nice looking 440 locomotive. Very nice there. Very like how it looks. So I'll just pop you there, because we need to get all the boring stuff out of the way. So let's have a look at the box. Well, here we have a bit of a faded picture, but we still have a picture of the locomotive just on the side here. And on the other side, slightly different logo than the usual Union Mills products, but yeah, still have a logo there saying Union Mills Models Limited. And on the side here, we have a bit of information of the exact class. It's the XGER D16-3 Claude 440 locomotive in LNER green with the running number 8828. Too many 8s for me. Oh. So yeah, that's pretty much all of the box. So I'll pop you there and bring the loco back, and we'll have a look at the, well, unfortunately with my last lot of Union Mills locos, I did kind of get rid of the usual things which you normally find inside. You normally find the newsletter, which you normally find from Union Mills, and also a product catalogue sheet, if I want to say, for stuff which Union Mills was going to be making in the future. Unfortunately, since they've stopped trading, it's a bit redundant. So yes, still nice to read, but yeah, unfortunately I don't have it anymore. All I do have is the product, well, I want to say more like the prototype information sheet, because it does tell you a bit more about the prototype of the locomotive which you've just bought. So it's a very nice read. A bit too much to read at the moment, but I will tell you a bit more about the locomotive in a bit. So I'll pop you there and get out my scale. So I'll just turn you on, and that has zeroed, and we'll just see how heavy this little beastie weighs. I'll pop you there. Oh, that's quite a bit. It is 142.5 grams. So that is a very hefty weight. I'll pop you there, turn you off, and stick you there. So yeah, that is that's nearly 6 Mark 1 coaches. That's an awful lot of weight in a very small package. Yeah, very nice there. Anyway, let's have a look at the details and the usual stuff for a Union Mills model. So first of all, just have to mention it is a tender drive, but it's a Union Mills tender drive, so all the running bits are in the tender. So these are freewheeling. It does have 2 traction tyres. Let me just have a double check. Oh, this one might be different. Oh, that is a traction tyre there. Never mind. Yeah, it does still have 2 traction tyres. It's just the colouring of them. Yeah, there's a traction tyre just there and one there. I do have to mention the pickup arrangement of these locomotives. It's normally these 3 tender wheels here, and also the drive wheels on this side as well. So it does give you a nice long wheelbase to pick up power, but it is a bit unusual compared to more modern locomotives. And detail on the bottom is a bit basic, but we don't need to look down here anyway. No NEM pockets, and only one rapido coupling on this end, because this one's got a more usual hook for Union Mills 440 locomotives. So yeah, that's pretty much all the running parts. So let's have a look at the locomotive detail itself. Most of the relief detail, I want to call it, is actually part of the casting, because this is completely cast metal. So yes, all these handrails are part of the casting. So it's a bit light on the details compared to modern locomotives, but it is solid, and yeah, this will not be breaking anytime soon. So yes, let's have a look at the tampo printing first. So we've got the running number here, which is 8828, and we've got the LNER logo here, and we have got a bit of lining around the outside here, which is very nice to see. No boiler bands and no lining on the splashers here. No tamper printing on the front. and nothing on the back either. So it's pretty much just what you see here and on the other side as well. Let's have a look at the smoke box door. It does have the smoke box start, does have a hinge and a few other little bits of detail as well on the front there. Very nice. Buffers are painted silver, which is very nice. Let's see the axle boxes. There's a bit of detail on there. There's a fair amount. Coal does look quite nice. It's not smushed up like on other models, but yeah, it does serve its purpose quite well. However, if it does get scuffed up, it does start showing more of the metal underneath. So you may need to give it a paint if it does start wearing off. No glazing, so very basic. Nothing to lose there. Does have the Westinghouse pump on this side, which is nice to see. Does have safety valves and a whistle, but they need to be separately painted yourself if you do want to paint them, because they are painted green at the moment. Let's see. Cab detail, it's light, but there is some I want to say some detail for the cab controls, but it's mostly just casted parts as well, or part of casting, that is. Unfortunately, the usual Unimills wire, but you can shorten it, but otherwise it needs to be there so the model can run. Probably shorten it to about the little curl meets itself, but otherwise it does serve its purpose, and to be honest, you can just ignore it. So yeah, very nice there. Does have a little semblance, something resembling the reversal rod going all the way down to here. On the other side, obviously there's none there. Yeah, very nice there. And on the back there's a cast handrail and also some lamp brackets as well. Yeah, it's very nice loco. That's it. It's a bit light on detail, but to be honest, these locos, they're more for the pulling power, because these will pull pretty much anything you stick behind it. So yes, I'm going to put that there. Then we can get it onto the turntable. I can show you a bit more closer in detail, and I'll tell you a bit more about the actual prototype, and then I can show you what these locos are actually made of on my layout. So I'll see you in a bit. The GER classes S46, D56 and H88, later classified as D14, D15 and D16 by the London North Eastern Railway, were three classes of similar 440 steam locomotives designed by James Holden and A.J. Hill for the Great Eastern Railway. They were given the nickname Claude Hamilton after the pioneer engine of the class, named after Lord Claude Hamilton, the chairman of the Great Eastern Railway. The D56 class of 1903 evolved the design to include a square-topped firebox, with the H88 class of 1923 featured a larger superheated boiler, leading them to be known as Super Claudes. Many earlier members of the class were rebuilt during their working life. During the Edwardian period, they were the flagship express locomotives on the Great Eastern Main Line, and although displaced on the heaviest express trains by the larger S69 class from 1911, members of the class were used on passenger and goods services throughout the eastern region until 1960. Claude Hamiltons in their original state were capable of taking around 350-ton trains from Liverpool Street to North Walsham in under the booked time. Number 1882 with round-top boiler ran 130 miles in 156 minutes. Even heavier trains were managed in the up direction, with number 1809 taking 400 tons up in about 157 minutes. The S46 design was substantially modified in later incarnations, particularly with the introduction of a larger superheated boiler on the H88 class designed by Alfred John Hill. Most earlier members of the class were substantially modified by Hill, or during the tenure of Sir Nigel Gresley as Chief Mechanical Engineer of the LNER from 1923.
The drawers of the class began in 1945, with the final member, a D16-3, scrapped in 1960, leaving no survivors of the class.
Right, here we are, the LNER D16 now, my lad, and it's looking rather nice there with the lined green livery, even though it's only got lining on the tender there. It still looks rather nice. I'm very happy with it. And yeah, I have got my usual 8 Mark 1 coaches ready for the haulage test, but first of all, let's look at the slow speed. And I do have to mention this is always, well, this time it's DC, so it may operate slightly differently under DCC. Anyway, let's give a slow speed test. So I think that's as slow as I could get in there forward and then back. Yeah, I think that's as slow as I can get in the reverse. So yeah, it's not too bad. Could be better, but yeah. Oh wait, I need to run it round, don't I? Forgot about that. Let me just pop that back on there. Pop you there. And make sure it's going the... Yes, it is going the right way around, so quick run round. A bit of speed. May have got caught on something there. See if I'll need to clean my layout once again. Yeah, quite happy with that. Right, now I can move on to the outside track. Yeah. Excuse me. So I'll just pop that there. So yes, this is 8 Mark 1 coaches. Each one of them is 25 grams. So this is about 200 grams of coach. And yeah, compared to yes, considering this is what 6 times the weight of a Mark 1 coach, this is 1 1/3. If I'm it's about 1 1/3 of the weight of the D16 there. So yeah, I doubt it's going to have any problems pulling that much around. So let's put this in reverse. Ooh. A bit awkward there. There we go. Right. And off we go. A bit of speed. Maybe a bit more. A bit slow down, but I think it is a bit mucky back there. And as you see, it's having no problems whatsoever on the return. Yeah, very nice that was. Yeah, I do think I need to take a look at that corner. It's always a bit awkward to clean that out. But yeah, rather nice like it that was. So let's get on to the important thing. How much does one of these cost? Well, when you could get it new, it'd probably be about 85 to about 89. I think this was actually 89 when I got it originally, but yeah. Unfortunately, Union Mills is no longer trading, so yeah, 85 is if you're lucky. Because on eBay, well, it can go up to 200. Unfortunately, but I would never recommend getting it at that price. 85 to 100 is what I would recommend, because even though it's a lovely loco, it's still just it's just, the thing is, there's nothing wrong with it, so I can't really say anything bad. But yeah, it's not got any of the modern features, so yeah, 85 to 100 is what I'd recommend. Though if there's, I'd say at a push, probably about 110, but yeah. But still, it's a rather nice loco. And as always, the only bad thing to say about it is that the detailing is basic. And as I was mentioned beforehand, you can always improve that yourself. You can add lining over the boiler, you can add some lining along the splashes, and pick out the extra little details and give it a bit of weathering. It will look nearly as good as a main manufacturer's model, and it will run far better because it's got all that extra weight. But yeah, that's the only thing I can say about it really, is that the detailing is basic, but it's a Union Mills model. Detail is not what people buy these for, it's the running power and the reliability. But yeah, that's pretty much it really. I still like the loco, a very nice loco. And unfortunately, this is going to be my last Union Mills review, because this is the last model I can get from Colin before he retired. So yes, bit of a sad, trying to say sad and same at the same point then, but yeah. Oh well, I may be able to get one or two from eBay to have a review, but considering that they're far and few between and the prices are a bit astronomical, it may be a long time till I do another review of a Union Mills model. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. Do let me know what you think down below. If you like the video, feel free to like, comment and subscribe. And otherwise, ooh, excuse me, throat's getting a bit drier. But yeah, if you do like the video, feel free to like, comment and subscribe. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed it anyway. And yeah, that's going to be it. And I'll see you all again next time. So take care now. Bye-bye. Send it off in its way before my battery dies. Take care now.